Good evening and welcome. You're with the News First, your number one news provider. I'm Shamir Rasuddin.
And I'm Kumarini Rajakaruna. As always, let's start off with a look at the stories making headlines tonight.
2 years to the day since the imprisonment of Sarath Fonseca, demonstrators call for his release. Jatique Ramirez says the stance it took in 2000 on devolving power remains unchanged. Republican U.S. presidential hopeful Rick Santorum sweeps Minnesota, Missouri and Colorado. India beats Sri Lanka in tri-series match.
For the stories in detail now. The Supreme Court decided to postpone hearing the appeal filed by former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca against the verdict delivered by the Colombo High Court in the White Flag case to the 2nd of May. The appeal was postponed based on a request made by Fonseca's counsel, Senior Attorney at Law Nalin Laduwahetty.
The petition was taken up before a 5-judge bench comprising of Chief Justice Dr. Shivani Bandaranaike, P.A. Watnaike, Satya Hettige, Priyasad Depp and Nimal Gamani Amaratunga. Counsel Laduwahetty told court that he received the relevant file from the Colombo High Court only 10 days ago. He noted that there was insufficient time to review the case. Nalin Laduwahetty also informed the court that Sarath Fonseca is unhappy with the constitution of the bench and produced a letter in this regard. In the letter, Fonseca had requested a different bench be appointed to examine the petition. Subsequently, Dr. Shivani Bandaranaike informed the court registrar to hand over the documents in this regard to her. Meanwhile, Solicitor General Palitha Fernando, appearing on behalf of the respondents, informed court that there was no objection to postponing the case. Thereby, the Supreme Court decided to postpone the case to the 2nd of May. Is the law being implemented equally on everyone? Sarath Fonseca, who defeated terrorism, is behind bars, while KP, who collected money for the LTTE, is living in luxury. Karuna Amman, who attacked the temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic, is in the cabinet, while Pilyan, who brought the bomb, is serving as the chief minister. Why is the law being selectively implemented on individuals? Though Sarath Fonseca was brought to courts through the front door of the courts complex, he was taken out through the back door.
A demonstration was held in Colombo today to mark 2 years since the imprisonment of former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca. Several opposition parliamentarians joined the demonstration, which was led by the former Army Commander's wife, Anoma Fonseca.
The Colombo Magistrates Court today rejected the request made by the police to suspend the demonstration, which was organized near the Halsdorf Court Complex in Colombo. Colombo Chief Magistrate Rashmi Singha Police stated that the police will be ordered to halt the demonstration if it is conducted in an illegal manner and obstructs the activities of the general public and lawyers. The Colombo Chief Magistrate stated further that copies of the court orders should be provided to the organizers of the protest. However, the demonstration demanding the release of former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca commenced as planned from near the Halsdorf Court Complex. Thereafter, a demonstration was carried out opposite the main entrance of the High Court. It has been 2 years since he was taken into custody in a humiliating manner. We expect proper implementation of the law and justice. That is why we have come inside court to seek assistance. Be a source of strength to me and let us all join hands and carry forth this battle to release the general.
මේ රටේ දූෂකයන් හොරු හැම ජාතියම පුද්ගලයන් අද එළියේ ඉන්නකොට At a time when rogues, thieves and murderers are roaming free, I ask all of you who love this country, who love the general and who love this motherland to stand up against the imprisonment of a heroic soldier who brought freedom to us all. If we are to create a free and democratic country for the next generation, for the born or unborn children, the responsibility of establishing democracy within our country lies with us as citizens living today. The release of General Sarath Fonseca and ensuring the democratic rights of our country are entwined. It was no one else but General Sarath Fonseca who created a free country for us. As a nation which knows the importance of gratitude, we should forge ahead strongly in this battle to secure the unconditional release of General Sarath Fonseca. General Sarath Fonseca did no wrong, therefore he has no reason to apologize to anyone. The most venerable Mahanayakas have made a request. The people of this country and the civil society have called for his release. If this is not done, then the people's anger may aggravate. The consequences of this may be witnessed in the future. Today it is being said that he should seek an apology. He hasn't committed a crime to do so. He doesn't have to say, release Sarath Fonseca. We have come in thousands to make this request against injustice. Therefore, we will end this battle only if he is released. We who cast more than 4 million votes have also been imprisoned. Therefore, we kindly call for his release and to provide an answer to the people. This is our request.
Thereafter, the demonstrators marched to the Valikada prison. While the demonstrators were protesting opposite the Valikada prison, a group including Tiran Alas, Arjuna Ranatunga and Vijitha Herath visited former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca.
They
were trying not to take him to hospital, so he was preparing to carry out a fast. But the government, which got scared by this, ultimately decided to take him to hospital. I would like to inform the people of this country that a fundamental human right of his was protected because of the people's struggle.
Thereafter, the group dispersed peacefully.
Meanwhile, the United National Party engaged in a satyagraha today based on several issues, including the release of Sarath Fonseca. The satyagraha was held opposite the High Court complex.
This satyagraha was held as the first phase of a public campaign initiated by the United National Party against lawlessness. Several UNP parliamentarians participated in the satyagraha. The satyagraha was held based on issues such as the unconditional release of Sarath Fonseca, establishing democracy and implementing the rule of law equally on everyone.
Former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca was brought to a private hospital in Colombo today as well for physiotherapy treatment.
Sarath Fonseca was brought to the hospital to obtain treatment for a shoulder injury and other medical checkups. It has been 2 years since I was imprisoned. I am ready to eat prison food until the people rescue me. His wife, Anoma Fonseca, who was also at the hospital, spoke to the media.
Police officers and 4 jeeps had gone to our house. Police officers had also gone to our office located in Kotte Road. We still don't know why this took place. They had asked questions from the maid at our house. If they had come when we were at home, then we would have spoken and found out why they came. I don't think it is a good thing for them to come when we are not at home. They could have spoken with us if it was necessary.
ඒක මා හිතන්නේ ඒතරම් හොඳ දෙයක් නෙමේ අවශ්‍ය නම් ඇවිල්ලා අපිත් එක්ක කතා කරන්න තිබුණා.
What is the stance of the Jatika Helorume on devolution of power? Today on our special segment 13 Plus, we look into it.
13th Amendment is a result of Indo-Lanka Accord. The respective governments failed to implement this accord for last 25 years. The simple reason nobody can implement any devolution package as long as there is singular resistance. Therefore, whoever who talk about the 13th Amendment should learn this bitter truth through the lessons of the history, and they should try to convince singular forces about reasonability of their demands. At the moment, the TNA alleged that although they have held 18 rounds of talks with the government, they failed to reach consensus and government failed to come out with a solution. Therefore, President very correctly has appointed Parliamentary Select Committee to deliberate this issue. We as singular nationalists have decided to participate in this committee without setting any preconditions. Therefore, we challenge the TNA to come to the Parliamentary Select Committee in the very same manner, and we challenge them to justify their demand with logical arguments, facts and figures. If they do so, as Buddhists who have been greatly influenced by Kalama Sutra are willing to accept anything including Tamil Eelam. Secondly, the JHU has submitted a set of proposals with regard to devolution to the APRC, and we have never changed our stand thereafter. In fact, we have never changed our stance about any issue since our inception. So we are quite confident that if TNA is willing for an open discussion, we can convince them that our stand is correct.